Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm here with a massive pile of books, so that might be a little clue to what this video is going to be about. Maybe. The other week I went back to my parents' house and I still had quite a lot of books there, so I put them in a suitcase and lugged them back to London. That suitcase was really heavy, probably heavier than me, so that wasn't that fun to carry, but now they're here I thought I should do something useful with them and share it with you guys. So I've got 23 books and I've kind of grouped them into ones that I thought was relevant as like a younger student that didn't really know much about graphic design, to a university student, to when you go into the industry basically. So I hope that makes sense. Maybe you're about to start uni soon, maybe you're going back to uni, maybe you want to know which books to buy from the book list, maybe you just want to buy a book for lols. I'm gonna tell you what I thought and if I recommend it or not. I hope that worked. Okay, let's start with the earliest. So basically you don't really know anything about graphic design. I've got this small pile of books here. I've got this random book which I think I found in TK Maxx. It's just about magazine covers, a general overview of magazine covers. I've also got this book which was £2.99 down from £10, so that's a bargain, and this was to help me with illustration because I can't draw people. I still can't draw people, so it didn't really help me. That was £3 wasted. So this book is the GCSE revision guide for graphic products. Now I did make a video already about work that I did at GCSE and A-level, and I did say that it's not really graphic design at GCSE, but I feel like this book is actually quite helpful in teaching you things like print processes and kind of like the technology side of graphic design. So I think there's some things in here about like CAD and die cutting, printing. Let's have a look. Yeah, so if you're studying GCSE graphic products, this is the book for you. I remember I loved this and I got an A-star, so obviously did something right. This book I actually bought before I went to uni, but I feel like it was a bit basic. I think this is a good one for between college and uni, so it gets you into practice of answering briefs. I don't know, it looks quite dated now. Okay, pile number 2. And I've kind of got them the wrong way around because the books that I want to start with are right at the bottom. That was not my best move. So these are 2 books, and I'm going to leave all the links to all of the books down below, so if you want to buy any of them, you'll be able to find out where they're from. These 2 books were on the book list for when I started my course at uni. I went to the University of Lincoln in England, and I'm going to do a video on that soon, but for now I'll just tell you about books. They were on the course list, so everyone thought they had to buy them, but actually I probably looked through these once, so I don't think in hindsight they were the best purchase. I remember that this one was better than this one, or I liked it more anyway. It just didn't do anything for me. It's kind of similar to the other book, the graphic design school book, in terms of like, I don't know, just seems a bit basic. So yeah, I didn't really like that book, and I thought this book was a bit better. I've just had a quick look through it again, and yeah, I think this one is better than that one. It just feels, I don't know, it just feels like you actually learn things rather than just do what they're telling you. And it looks quite nice as well, I think. That was that one. 2 books that I've read twice now. So this book used to be like one of my favourite books at college. But I think that as a series, they're really good, especially for like college and uni students. These are really good. These are by Ambrose and Harris, and they basically cover a lot of different aspects of design. So this one is formats, this one is typography, this one is image, and this one's this one's typography, but this one's virtual typography. They look really nice, they explain things really well, and they don't cost that much money. I think they're about £12 on Amazon. So, you know, you can get 4 books for £40, and they're very detailed, so they focus on the right things, I think. Oh, look, that's shiny. So yeah, you can see they're just like, so they've got a lot of information, but they've also got examples of things, so you can actually see what they're talking about. Yeah, I loved this book. There's a picture of me with this book when I was at college, and I'm like, I'll put that here. Yeah, type nerd. Format, I really liked this one because when you don't really know about formats, it's quite hard to imagine something existing, if that makes sense. But this is about kind of like how books work and binding, and I liked this one. This one and the type one are my favourites out of this series. Recommend. This one's a bit more niche because, I don't know, a lot of people don't like doing information design. I think it's definitely worth it if it's something that you're interested in doing. Data visualization, infographics, this is the book for that. Because if you search online, you just get loads of like really rubbish ones like pie charts and stuff, and it's okay for GCSE, but otherwise. So this is a really hard book to show you, but basically it's got cool infographics. I mean, look at this. It just looks nice. Yes. And this. It just makes data look cool, and I think if you're looking for some data, it's quite hard to find on the internet if you don't know what you're looking for. So information is beautiful. It can be. So these next ones are ones that I was sent from Lawrence King for review on my blog. I'll leave my blog below if you want to go and check out the full review. These two were written by university lecturers, so I feel like, you know, they know what they're trying to tell the students, they know what the students need to know, and I think that's why they're really good books for students. This one is, this guy, I went to a talk with him and he's like a bit crazy, but in a fun way. And this is kind of like tasks. Let's give an example. Ask, what else can I do with this? So you have to take something and use it for something else. So here, this is a dress made out of fake nails. So yeah, I think it's just like about how to have good ideas and thinking outside the box, and it's got some nice fluoro orange, so that's always good. And this one's by a lady who I also saw at the talk, and yeah, I think it's just really like comprehensive. It takes you through every stage of kind of how to develop a brand, why, and all of like the reasoning behind it. And yeah, it looks nice too. And then these two are from the same series by Stephen Heller and Gail Anderson. Yeah, that's right. And so I've had a proper look through this one. This one not so much yet. And basically this one, well, this one's the graphic design idea book and this one's the typography idea book. So again, trying to help you generate ideas and think outside the box. They just look nice. When you're looking for something on the internet and you don't know what you're looking for, how are you going to find it? So yeah, the internet is amazing and it's a big place, but this is a book that has lots of cool things in that you can just take off the shelf whenever you need it. And this one is just type. So yeah, good old Milton Glaser. Oh. Okay, we're down to the last pile. Pile number 3. So this one is probably the smallest book out of the whole lot, but it's one of the coolest for sure. So Popular Lies About Graphic Design. It's kind of humorous, it's kind of like tongue-in-cheek, funny, like it just looks very nice. Yeah, so it's just kind of going through like cliche things that people say about graphic design. Comic Sans is the worst typeface ever created. It isn't. People just use it very, very inappropriately. This is when you've got a bit more knowledge, you might have done some work experience, and you might know some like graphic design jokes, so that's geeky, but they do exist. This one, I haven't actually read yet, I'm not gonna lie, but basically Graphic Design and we're doing a survey about graphic designers, kind of like how much they earn, where they live, how much they work, all of that kind of stuff. And they made it into a book, and I ordered the book, and then I got it sent to my parents, and I didn't live there anymore, so I haven't read it yet. But this is going to be really interesting, and you know, if you're going into the industry, I definitely recommend that you research the industry so you know what you're getting yourself into, and I'm looking forward to having a nosy about what everyone else does. It's good to know what all the other designers are doing. So this one isn't necessarily a design book, but it's just a really like motivational book, and it's not how good you are, it's how good you want to be, by Paul Arden. The world's best-selling book. And it just has like a lot of little cool things that you just need to hear. You just need to hear this stuff. So yeah, if you get stuck, draw with a different pen. Don't give a speech, put on a show. This is a really like famous quote: fail again, fail better. Every graduate needs this book, because when you graduate, you're probably going to feel quite low. You're going to be like, oh, what am I doing with my life? This is the book. Buy this. If you know someone that's graduating, buy them this book. And it's pretty cheap as well, from what I remember. And I think they sell it in Urban Outfitters. Random. There's no words for this book. No, I love this book. I needed this book 3 years ago. This book is amazing, and I definitely recommend this for, again, every graduate. Anyone that thinks, okay, so I studied this, but then do I actually want to do that now? And like, what other things can I do? And I've got all these other skills, and maybe I don't want to just get a job. Maybe I want to be my own boss. You need this book. This book is, it's a game changer. Basically, it's like a lot of different stories of other people that have done different things with their career and rocked it. And that's what everyone needs to hear. I think I'm going to end on this book. So the next one is Logo Design Love by David Airy. He is like an authority on logo design. If you don't know who he is, you need to Google him right now. And yeah, I just think this book is very good for when you kind of learn everything and then you're looking to refine designing. And you know, logos, apparently they're easy to design, but actually like simplicity is hard, and to get things right with not a lot of elements is very hard. So that's why you need this book. This is a book about lots of different people, and again, it's one of them things where if you're going into an industry, you need to research and know what you're putting yourself in for. And this is a lot of different creatives talking about when they were a student and different situations, different things. So let me give you an example. There's interviews with different people, and then they have pages where they've asked them one question and then everyone's answers is on one page, which I love that. I love that stuff. Where is it? Here, okay. So what was your most valued possession then, and what's your most valued possession now? So let's see what's changed. Margaret Calvert, a very important lady, said that her work was her most valued possession, and her work is still her most valued possession. Yeah, this is a really interesting book. Okay, so we're down to the last 2 books. So this is Design Your Life by Vince Frost, and if you don't know who Vince Frost is, then you better Google him. There's a lot of homework from this video, sorry, but I'm just trying to help. I haven't actually read this book. I know that's bad. There's a funny story behind this, but basically I went to a talk. It was at a time where I was leaving my job and I wanted to do something different. He's talking about how you need to look after yourself, how you need to like do what you need to do and make it work, basically. Oh yeah, here it goes. Trust yourself, listen to your gut, make your own decisions, believe in yourself. This is like another like motivational design book. And I got this as a leaving present from the studio which I worked at from my first job. And I think they ordered it all the way from Australia because it wasn't out in England when I was leaving. So that was really, really nice of them. Thank you for that. So yeah, I should probably read this. It's not that I don't want to read it, it's just like I feel like I have to be in the right mood for this. It's just like really nicely designed. The last book. And this is a book that's going to last you your whole career, basically. How to be a graphic designer without losing your soul. This is like an iconic book. This book has got every stage of your graphic design career, basically. So I bought this when I was a student and read the whole thing and was very confused by a lot of it. There's things in here about being freelance, setting up a studio, you know. I didn't need to know that when I was a student, but it was kind of good to know it. Just in preparation for what was going to happen in the future. But now that I am freelance, you know, I'm going to go back and read this. It's going to mean something different. I'm going to understand it more, hopefully. And yeah, and then when I set up my own studio, not that that's happening, but this book is an investment. And it's not even expensive. So yeah, this book, top 5, I'd say. I'll let you know my top 5. Okay, so that's all the design books that I own. I hope you found that helpful and interesting, and maybe you're gonna buy a couple. I'm gonna leave all the links below so you can go and buy them. Let me know which you think is your favourite. If your favourite book's not in my list, then let me know. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching, and good luck if you're going to uni. Good luck if you're at uni. Good luck if you're graduating. Good luck to everyone. Don't forget to subscribe because I'm going to be doing more hopefully helpful videos, and give me a thumbs up to let me know that you enjoyed the video. But before this pile of books falls over, I'm going to say bye. Bye guys! This is like an iconic book by Adrian Shaughnessy or Shaughnessy. Nobody told me how you say his name. I've never known.